All right, y'all. It's almost showtime. Oh, they up there. They were blasting in here. Well, you and Henderson couldn't hear it. All right, y'all. We coming on just a moment. Y'all, this God, what? Shit, I wonder if got some speakers. Y'all, I'm not starting with Brittany Bowman this evening. It's too early.
What you got?
The new speakers. She got her a new amp or something. Oh, I just sent to you. Mm. We need to call your cell phone provider. That's I'm too used to. Hey, how y'all doing? All right. See, all right. Good evening, everybody. Mississippi House District 66, Hinds County, surrounding areas, everybody. This is a reliable representation talk show. Thank y'all for tuning in with us every Thursday at 6 o'clock. We have a very exciting show. Got my amazing co-host. How do you say it, plural? Hostess. Got co-host. Y'all tell everybody who. Gonna introduce yourself. Well, not introduce.
Hey
say
everyone,
hello.
I'm Brittany.
Hello, James.
All right, got Brittany Chain says, y'all, what is going on this evening? Now, Brittany, we're gonna let you kick it off. Church announcement later. Yep.
How has your week been?
Oh my God.
You all, he has his briefcase and 1,001 pieces of paper.
Yeah.
In an attempt to act as if he has been working today.
That's it. Well, it has been a very, very busy week. I don't even know where to start. We'll turn to that a little bit later. It's just so much going on.
So we did celebrate Dr. King's birthday this week, and so I know you said he did not have a dream here tonight.
You know, when you look at the things, I'm gonna tell you, it was something very interesting. They interviewed his son. What's his son? Is it
Martin the third
or the third? Yeah, the third, because I think Dexter passed away. But they interviewed him and they asked him, how do you think your father would feel with things being the way that they are, so polarizing? And he said, my dad would not be surprised.
Really?
Yeah. So he's saying that his dad understood how people operate, and he wouldn't be surprised if people would revert back to the things and stop fighting as hard as they're fighting. It's very disappointing because he made the ultimate sacrifice. He, along with Medgar Evers and so many others, made the ultimate sacrifice, which is their lives, so that we can have equality and freedom. And we got to figure out a way that we are honoring this dream. And honoring this dream is more than going to a program one day. Mm-hmm. It's constantly doing things to honor his dream. It's getting out there voting. It's about having, having a voice. Because I think if Dr. King were still here, he would be. I think he would be happy. He would be happy with how far we've come, even though we got a long way to go. And so, that's how I feel. But definitely, it was a nice holiday. Enjoyed celebrating it, and it was just, just a great day.
Okay, well, that sounds remarkable. In regards to the weather, did you have or experience any type of inclement weather in your life?
I sure did. The inclement weather I experienced, it was too cold. It got down to like 10 degrees, so it's been extremely cold. However, we didn't get any snow, which was a bit of a disappointment. I don't like snow like that. But I always say, if it's going to be that cold, you might as well get something out of it. Might as well get snow for the kids to play in. Hey to Miss Darlene Wilson from way out in Utica, Mississippi. Miss Darlene, thank you. So thank you for always tuning in. We love having you as one of our esteemed listeners. So thank you, Miss Darlene. And what about you? Did you have bad weather over there?
No, I didn't, but it was cold. Like you, I was looking forward to some snow, but unfortunately that did not happen.
The cold weather really tell you that you're getting old, because my arthritis in my left knee flared up, and I couldn't even, I was trying to get around the cabin, get up the stairs, and I couldn't get up the stairs. So I had to put my left knee, so I had to put my right foot up the step and then move my left leg up and then go with the right foot again. And so first I was crazy, but it was hurting. So that arthritis, it'll get you. So
yes, you are. He has been complaining about his arthritis, but we do want to touch on mental health. How is your mental health? Monday or yesterday was our mental health appointment day. So how did yours go?
It went very well.
Okay.
And you have to, in the times that we're in right now, you have to constantly check on yourself. You have to constantly evaluate your mental health. Make sure that everything's on the up and up, because there's so much going on around us. So many exterior influences. Got things in your personal life that are going on. So. And it's okay to acknowledge that, you have to get something on your mental health. That's the biggest problem with mental health is a lot of people don't want to acknowledge it. But every single person can benefit from therapy. I don't care who you are and how much you think you have it together. You can definitely benefit from that. Just talking to somebody about what you have going on, because when you hold on to that and it builds up inside of you, it's just like a ticking time bomb, just ready to explode. And unfortunately, we see this happen a lot with people that aren't getting help, and they just blow up all of a sudden and start doing all this crazy foolishness and stuff. So definitely want to make sure that you're checking on people and making sure that people are getting the help that they deserve, most definitely.
Well, we do want to shout out a couple birthdays. Vanessa's birthday is today, so happy birthday, bestie.
Happy birthday, Vanessa. Ain't nobody told me nothing. You tell me, happy birthday.
Lord, to tell a lie, y'all.
You did not. When did you tell me that? I want to see the receipts. Look at my phone.
He saw a post on Facebook. I see him the invitation you all, but he doesn't. He scans his text message, takes back to what he wants to text back.
Where's the party?
Okay, we're moving on. We're not talking about parties. Okay. Anyway, and Shanisha's birthday is Saturday. So happy birthday, Shanisha. We are both fighting the battle of cancer. So I just want to shout you out, girl. We got this.
That's it. Absolutely. Happy birthday, Shanisha. Happy birthday, Shanisha. Definitely want to tell our folks happy birthday. And it's just a blessing when you live to see another year, because so many people don't make it to the next birthday.
Yes, you're. I just want to compliment your attire today. Where are you going so dressed up?
This
today?
ain't nothing new. This every day. What you talking about?
He got a new tie. Hold on.
Got a new tie. I don't know how that. Yeah, this one my new ties.
That's the one that I bought you.
Yeah, my charcoal gray.
Okay,
Yes.
but you are, he's mighty dressed up today. So tell me about your day, because I hadn't heard from you. This is my first time seeing you or speaking with you today. So
Okay, my day began at 5 o'clock, 5 a.m.
that's why I get the FaceTime. Okay.
So it was just an early day, got an early start, had a lot going on. Today was one of my favorite days at the Capitol. It was Yazoo Day. So what happens
Where's
is,
Sir Jonathan?
you know what? We need to find out, because I did
Did he
not
show
see.
up?
So Jonathan wasn't there. I'm going to
Sir
give
Jonathan, I know that you're Facebook stalking and you've been texting our phone, but we didn't see you at the Capitol today.
And so it was the Yazoo County Board of Supervisors actually authorized this last year, but they bring people from Yazoo County. And so we had probably about 150, maybe 200 people. I may be overinflating the number. It was a lot of people. It was over 100 people, but came up from Yazoo. And so it was just good, spending time with them. So I got there, they got there at 8:30, got there, spent a little time with them. After that, I had a Judiciary B committee meeting where we talked about 5 pieces of legislation that we're bringing out to the floor for a vote probably next week. After that, I had to come all the way back down to the greatest district in the world, District 66. So I came down to Terry High School, where we actually had a ribbon cutting for the new gym down at Terry High School. So that happened about 11 o'clock. And I don't know, have you seen Terry High School, the additions they're doing on there?
Yes, and I'm very, very upset because Terry.
Well,
is
once
a whole lot
again,
better
y'all,
than Raymond High School.
once again, they're
And
doing
I
some.
think you all have misappropriated some funds, because how does Terry is better than Raymond High?
Well, Raymond High School has a performing arts center.
Okay, but that's beside the point.
So once again, y'all, we went to the ribbon cut, and it was a very nice event. Our gym is a very nice, it's very nice gym. But this was all done. It was a bond that was passed a few years ago to actually have this done, and so the taxpayers saw the importance of upgrading the school, and not only Terry, because this bond issue, they did things at every single school in Hinds County School District. And so it's good to see that the community is, I'm going to pick the record. We got a caller. Hey, caller, you're on the air.
Hi, this is Priscilla Davis with the James family of Utica, Mississippi, and I was calling in to share some information with you tonight.
Most definitely. What can I do for you?
He wants you to talk because you're from District 66.
66, that's right. The best one around.
Okay, right there. This is Priscilla Davis. I'm with the James family of Utica, Mississippi, and we have a big program that's coming up this coming Saturday, our second annual Unity in the Community at St. John MB Church in Utica. And I just wanted to call in and share with the listeners that we have this program going on Saturday to invite everybody out to share with us.
Yes, ma'am. What time is it going to be?
It's going to be at 5 o'clock. We do have some different choirs that are going to come in and share with us. New Oak Ridge MB Church Choir, the Utica Community Choir, and West Haven Memorial Funeral Home Choir, and United in Christ. It's going to be at 5 o'clock, and our guest speaker for that evening is going to be Pastor Emmett Pollard Sr., and he's the pastor of New Oak Ridge MB Church in Edgewood, Mississippi.
Okay, that is absolutely amazing. So we appreciate you for calling in just to let the listeners know. And just once again, give us the details one more time, just in case someone missed it.
Yes, it is our second annual Unity in the Community program, sponsored and hosted by the James family of Utica, Mississippi. We have a music, and we're all also from Utica. It's going to be this Saturday, January 25th at 5 o'clock. At St. John MB Church, and the address is 5456 Morrison Road, Utica, Mississippi 39175. Pastor Elder James Roby Jr. Our guest speaker is going to be Pastor Emmett Pollard Sr., and we have choirs that are coming in to do our music ministry. That's going to be New Oak Ridge MB Church Choir, Utica Community Choir, West Haven Memorial Funeral Home Choir, and the United in Christ. And the James family will also be singing as well. So we're asking everybody to, if you don't have anything to do, come out and share with us. And we also going to be recognizing 2 seniors in the community on that night as well. 2 seniors on that night, and they're going to be just for services. So we're going to recognize them as well.
All right, that is great. Thank you so much for calling in. Look, anytime y'all have something going on, please feel free to call in, because we want to let everybody know what's going on in our community and know it's some positive things going on out there.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you allowing us to call in, and we definitely will be calling and sharing other events as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, goodbye. Now, I bet you any kind of money she does a church announcement, because she got it together. I bet you that's an announcement later, but don't you get jealous over it, because you do good with the church announcements, Brittany. But thank you so much for calling in, just to kind of let us know what was going on in our community, y'all. I'm gonna tell you, those some singing folks down there in Utica, so you're gonna be in for a treat if you decide to go.
Yeah, that's why his baby too, because he goes down there to eat.
They be you the one trying to go to the fellowship hall for the service, over getting to go place and stuff.
I don't be by myself. You are.
Now, what we were talking about
your legislative. You were talking about some new legislation is going to be passed. Y'all have 5 things y'all are working on.
Yeah,
is that some of that paper right there?
This I did some other stuff.
Oh.
So these are 5 things coming out of the Judiciary B committee that we're going to be working on. So these bills are about other folks that we're going to allow out of committee. We did a little work today. We passed a few bills, today. So it's really getting off to a fast start. Look there, it's taking off. So, but after, because you asked about my day, so after the ribbon cut, and I went back to the Capitol, and we had a committee meeting, had some other organizations over there we met with. The nurse practitioners came out today and kind of, they come a few times a year, so they came and got to see Ms. Coleman. She's in my district. She's I think she's the head of the nurse practitioner group here in Central Mississippi. So got to spend some time with them and went to session. And I had a special visitor today. My sister-in-law actually came down. I didn't know she was coming, but she was there with the Counselors Association. And so I got to see her. My stepmom came down this morning with the Yazoo delegation as well. So
Miss Gloria. Hi, Miss Gloria.
Yeah, she came down, and it was good to see her. I'm happy, that she's getting out of the house. And every time we see each other, we always we just always talk about memories, and she got me this thing for Christmas. It's a glass. So you seen the glass thing, so you put pictures on the inside of? So it's like glass with a picture and it lights up, and it's a picture of my dad in there. And I was telling her, I said, thank you for it, but I won't let you know that I can't turn it on. I have a hard time turning it on. I said, but I'm glad to, at least have it. And she said, yeah, I have mine. And she said, sometimes I'll turn mine on and I just talk to him. And she said, people might think I'm crazy. I said, no, they don't know. You're doing the right thing, so we always get to, share good memories.
Well, Ms. Gloria, I'm glad that he accepted your gift. Mine is still in the closet. He will not take it out. Do you plan on taking it out this year, 2025?
Probably around Christmas time, maybe. Yeah, it's coming out. But see, in my defense, yours isn't the only one. I still got cards. Probably got some money in them cards too, but it's all just in the closet. I'm gonna get to it eventually though. But right now, just can't deal with it right now. All right, what we got next?
Okay, so legislative update. We gotta circle back around because I want to know about the bill. You kind of told me about it, but I don't get it. So you kind of educate me. I guess it's not my lane of expertise.
All right, so yeah, so what bill? We have 1,786 bills. So which one?
The most recent bill that you all passed, what was that about? Tax reform? You cutting taxes? You're adding taxes? What are you all doing up there?
Mississippi House Bill 1.
Okay, so House Bill, you
Yeah.
be correct when I'm speaking with him, you are.
Yeah, Mississippi House Bill 1. That's the first piece of legislation that we took up this session. And
Okay.
what
how's it going to impact you?
how's it going to impact you? So tell me, do you pay individual income tax on your out of your check?
I do.
Okay, so what will happen is initially we're phasing out state income tax. And so by 2036, you won't be paying any state income tax. You also, with the grocery tax at 7%, we're going to reduce grocery tax all the way down to 2.5% over the course of 10 years, but it will go down to 4% this first year, and it's going to gradually go down. Now there will be an added tax, two added taxes. One of them is a 1.5% increase on retail tax. So everything you buy from the store, 1.5%. And the other one is going to be a 5% gasoline, or like we call a fuel tax. So for every $20 you spend $1, on top of that. Now, actually, what is the money going to be used for?
What is the money going to be used for?
So the 1.5% is going to go back to the municipality. So if you're spending money in Jackson, that money goes back to the city of Jackson. So Jackson can pretty much do what they want to do with it. If roads, whatever they want to do with it, that's more money going into Jackson's budget. The 5% is going to go to MDOT, and it's projected to be about $500 million that's going to go to MDOT. Now, as you know, the lottery was when we brought the lottery, we allocated $80 million from the lottery to MDOT, and we allocated everything above that to the EEF, the Education Enhancement Fund. So since 5%, we have a new 5% tax on gas, MDOT won't need that 80 million. So we're taking 100 million from the lottery fund and we're putting it into the public employee retirement system. Now, you're a part of the PERS system, correct? So the PERS system right now is in a deficit of about $56 billion.
What? How did that happen? And so, I contribute.
That's it. Well, it's just like Social Security. So people contribute to Social Security, but what we have going on in PERS is we have more people that are retired than we have paying into the system. And so we're not hiring enough people, or whatever the case may be. And another thing, which is a good thing, people are living longer. And so what we're doing is, since we have a deficit, we're going to fix that deficit by putting $100 million a year into PERS until we've gotten to an 80%, got it back funded at 80%. And the money over that will go to the Education Enhancement Fund. And so when we talk about this policy, we talk about tax cuts and this and that. This ultimately is just a restructuring of our tax system. It's just reallocating them. What I like about it is, with your state income tax right now, once that money comes out of your check, it goes back to the state of Mississippi. It goes to the general fund. And in the general fund, we use that for state budgets, projects. It can go anywhere. The money from the general fund can go way to North Mississippi or South Mississippi. That's not directly benefiting you in your town and in your city until we get projects. But what I like about the new structure is 1.5%, it's going to stay right at home. And so if you're shopping in Jackson, your money's going to stay in Jackson. You're shopping in Byram, that money's going to stay in Byram. And so I think that that's a good move in the right direction. Also, for businesses that are in the county limit, outside of the city limit, currently they collect sales tax. That the sales tax is going to the general fund currently, I want to say. So it's not a contribution to the county. Well, under this new plan, that money is not going to come back to the county, but it's going to go to the state aid fund. And the state aid fund, basically, they deal with county roads and county bridges. So counties will be able to do something with some of these county roads and county bridges with the state aid fund. Now, people will say, well, the state aid fund they're not doing anything with it. And I disagree with that, because I have a letter at home that they sent me from state aid where they're replacing a bridge in District 66 right now. So state aid, they're there and they're doing a project. So now they have more money to, get more things done. So in a nutshell, that's how it is. The bill did pass the House of Representatives. I was a yes vote on it. So I was a yes, and it passed, and it's over in the Senate. The Senate told us that they had a version of a bill. They had a bill that was better than ours, but guess what? They haven't sent us anything. So the Senate ultimately will be there looking at our bill right now. They're going to make adjustments to it. and they're going to send it back to us after the adjustments have been made. So this is just part of the process. We have a lot of people. Hey, cuz, that's my cousin, Constable Eddie A. Smith. And so, we have a lot of talk in the community and, about things. And what our job as legislators to do is to really educate our people, as to what's going to be, what's happening. When we talk about tax reform, in Mississippi, tax reform hadn't happened in the past 20, 25 years. It's long overdue. We've been constantly kicking the can down the road. We have the lowest cost of living in the country. Well, one of the lowest costs of living. What we got to think about is that's great and dandy for us right here in Mississippi. But guess what? When we're buying things from other states, they're not going to acknowledge, oh, they got low cost of living. We're going to have to pay what they're paying in other places. And so when you see some of these roads that cannot get paved, the reason they can't get paved is because we don't have the money. Asphalt right now is 3 times more than what it was pre-COVID. And so when we talk of cost of living increases, this is something that is going to have to happen. Now, caveat to that is something I'm very concerned and upset about is the fact that we have not raised minimum wage here in Mississippi. We're still going under the federal income minimum wage. We need to start having a conversation is how do we raise the minimum wage? Because if there are going to be additional taxes imposed on people, we need to give people more money. When people make more money, guess what people are going to do? They're going to spend more. So we got to think about that. So that's going to be the next conversation, that we're going to, start having. What is it that we need to do? Because if we don't do anything right now, we leave it the way it is. Things are going to continue to stay the way they are. The minimum wage is not going to go up. It's going to still be the same thing. So this is just the first thing that we're doing to really start pumping some blood back into our economy here in Mississippi. Questions?
Wow, I have a lot of questions, but I won't address all of them today.
All right, we'll unpack it a little bit at a time.
That's a lot.
It is. It's a lot. This is something I really have been talking about a lot. And I got pushback from good evening, Miss Briley from Columbus, Ohio. And I got a lot of pushback, for my vote on this bill. And I told people that I was sent here to represent people. I was sent here to do the best thing for my district and my constituents. And I read it. I don't go in there and blindly vote on something. I don't go in there and vote because you told me to, to vote on it. I do the research myself. I read this bill over and over and over. I looked at title, I think it's 27, which is Mississippi Tax Code, which is 3 books. I looked at that. I compared and looked at what's going to be happening to make sure I had a clear understanding, of this bill. You have to make sure that you're representing people. Another thing that happened, when we took the education bill up that I voted no on when it came up, people thought I was crazy. Why you vote no? Why you vote no? You shouldn't have done that. You killed it. I said, no, I voted no, because in this bill, the way it's written, school districts are going to actually lose money in some of our most vulnerable parts of the state. Now, my school district, Jackson Public Schools, getting $18 million. Hinds County School District getting $800,000 more. I could have easily said, well, we're doing good here, but I was looking at the other schools that are going to suffer, and we got to think about the whole state. And so back and forth, and I finally voted in favor of it when we were able to put a hold harmless in that bill to make sure funding wasn't decreased in the school districts up in the Delta. Tallahatchie County, Representative Rosebud, I sent him a shout out. One of his school districts, I think it was West Tallahatchie, was going to lose, I think, $400,000 or $500,000 on this new funding model. And so for the people to say, I'm not going to say the people, but for the person that said, I don't care anything about, people and lower income people, for the person that said that if I didn't, I would not have been looking out for a district that's not even in my district. So before you talk, you need to make sure that you really have the understanding. You need to make sure you have the facts straight, and you need to check my record, because if you look at my record, you will see the work that has been done, the fighting that I've done for our community. I fought for our children. I fought for every single person from every single community that you can imagine. House Bill 1137, the Narcan bill, that has saved so many lives. I get calls all the time from all over the state saying that they had someone that was going through a fentanyl overdose, and since we have made Narcan more accessible to people, they're able to give it as an antidote. And so before you talk, check the record. Is there? Back to you.
Okay, so let me ask this question. Do you plan on running for re-election?
Absolutely. I already announced my bid for re-election.
Really?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard this.
Most definitely.
I got kicked out of the campaign last time, so I'm trying to see
You
what
ain't
it's
gonna
looking like this time. Because
Oh,
I complain about the heat. Listen, working for him, you got to work in the heat. I'm talking about 100 degrees.
that's
He want everybody walk a mile knocking on doors. I couldn't do it. He told me I'm fired.
a you know what? You mad because since you got a little curl, she don't want to sweat her curls up. So you got to put a wig on, get you some braids when campaign time comes. Because all them little curls up and they got sweated out.
Yo, he
but-
put me out the campaign midstream. I don't playing. He told me, "Look, I'm about to take you somewhere. We're about to ride somewhere." I said, "Where we going?" Y'all, he dropped moved up my driveway. Get out because I got to go finish campaigning. He's not working well for me.
And then want to stop and eat every time you look around. I want a snack. You be too full to go knock on doors. Oh, Miss Crowley, thank you for that. Miss Crowley said, "Don't pay those haters no mind. Keep doing you hard. Keep doing what you're doing. You hardest working man in Mississippi." Thank you so much,
Miss
Miss
Riley
Crowley.
asked him, "Can I work on the campaign this year?" His dad recruited me and said I was on an excellent job. So since your dad, can I have his position?
That is just want to make you feel good, young lady. Young lady, you're doing such a good job.
He did, you all. That baby fired me, you all. Listen, fired me and would even give me my money at the end. Told me I ate it up, so I couldn't get it.
That's it. You ate. That's it. That's your bill. You got to eat. But yeah, I
So
do.
you are running for re-election.
Absolutely, 150%. I would be
So
running for
what if the
re-election.
people choose not to put you back in the seat?
Well, thing is, the seat doesn't belong to me. A lot of people say it's my seat. It doesn't belong to you. That's the people's seat.
Okay.
And so if the people see fit to put someone else in the seat, I mean, hey,
You're fine with it.
it'd be a peaceful transfer of power.
Okay, Donald Trump.
Well, no, he didn't have a peaceful one. He did not. It's not gonna be that. But seriously speaking, we have so many, and I see this on a daily basis. Like when we have legislation, tough things to tackle, we have legislators that'll say, "I'm not going to vote that way because, I don't know how to explain the vote to my people," even though they know it's a good vote, but they want to go with the crowd because they're afraid the crowd is going to attack them. And I tell them, when I see them doing that, I tell them, "Hey, you're in the wrong place." Because the thing at the end of the day is, I'm going to do the right thing as long as I'm there. And if doing the right thing is something that makes people say that they don't want me to represent them anymore, I will go home with a smile on my face, because I would rather do the right thing with a clean heart, clean conscience, and clean soul versus be there doing the wrong thing, sitting there for 30 years and not moving my community forward. That's what you have to do. People will all the time threaten you. If you don't do this and do that, we're going to vote you out of office. People, I appreciate your votes, but the higher power being the Lord is what put me there. I'm anointed and appointed. He made this happen. And he allowed people to see that, I was the one that's going to make change in the community. And so that's who I answer to at the end of the day. When I vote, when I push that button, that's who I'm answering to. That's who I'm doing. I'm doing the right thing by my people. And as a leader, you're going to have to make, and I never will forget, my predecessor, Commissioner Dekeith Stamps, he told me, he said, "Fabian, when you're in leadership, your people voted for you because they believed in you, they trust you. And being a leader, it's not gonna always be, the decisions you make are not always gonna be the popular ones. You're gonna get pushback for them, but you just have to go in there with your heart and make sure that you're doing the right thing."
I think that's what's happening in leadership.
Yeah. And when you see it, when you look at it, like I tell people, when you look at somebody that in their life, everything's just coasting along smooth, everybody love them, and everything's just going good, you really need to look at that person, because nobody is doing everything just that good. You have to have someone that's going to shake things up and make sure that they're, because when we look at the predicament that we're in, when I ride around my district and see things that we need and see that we're not getting the resources that we need, that bothers me. For on this Saturday, we're going to be out in the community, and I rode down one of those streets today, and it looks like a third world.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
You can
even take me.
You can even get down the street.
Really?
No, you over at Big Apple Inn getting some pig ear sandwiches.
I didn't eat that today.
You had 2 pig ear sandwiches. You had 2 smokes, and you had.
Tell my business.
Well, you say you didn't eat that, but anyway, you were over there, and so. But I said it to say, when I ride through my community and I see that my community need things, I can't sit here and be complacent and just what does it say? Get along, or what is it? Whatever. Go along to get along. Go along to get along. I can't do that. And some of the people that have, I'm just gonna say is I'm gonna be quiet, but before you try to sweep around District 66,
Ooh.
please look in your own district and see
Oh,
what's
wow.
going on in your own district. That's it. And we're gonna move on.
You gonna,
We're gonna move
that's a
on.
benediction.
That's
for
a
tonight.
benediction. But you need to
Wow.
look around your own district first and see what you're doing for your people. You need to evaluate how long you've been in office for and what have you done the time that you've been in office.
Mm.
That's what you need to start asking yourself instead of constantly doing what you can to attack a person that's actually out here trying to, effectuate change. Because I'm gonna tell you, people in District 66, they go hard for me. But people on there, I have my constituents like, you know what? That's our leader, and he's doing what's right for us. And at the end of the day, that's who I answer to. I answer the people in my district. I don't answer anybody else other than the people in my district because they know I'm doing the right thing for them. Oh, thank you. This is Representative Gibbs. You are an outstanding leader on the floor of the House.
Hey, Justice.
Unbought and committed to your people. That's right, Gibbs. Me and Representative Gibbs, who went through Greater Leadership Jackson together. And I'm gonna tell you, we were out there. We worked hard. We ran at the same time. We worked hard. We knocked on doors. We talked to our people. That's why we take our job so serious now, because we knew the trials and tribulations that we had to go through to get to where we are. And if I got there and I didn't do anything, I mean, all of us were a waste of time. But just there, happy to be getting stuff done, and we're starting to see the momentum. We're starting to see things change, and it's just we got some good stuff going on.
Well, I do want to applaud your efforts. You are definitely a tough person to take a liking into, and definitely to work for. But I do see the sincerity in your heart and the drive. I could say a lot about you that really pisses me off, but I'm gonna stick beside you because I know that your heart is in the right place.
That's it.
And the cleanup he's talking about, he was the organizer. I told him no, we're gonna clean you up. And he told me yes, we're gonna clean up Jackson, even if it's not my district. We're gonna clean up Jackson.
Yeah, because most of the cleanup we're doing Saturday, that's not in my district, but we gotta stop that. Like, that's not in my district, so I'm not gonna deal with it. Well, Jackson is in my district. I represent a huge portion of South Jackson. Hinds County is in my district. All of my district is in Hinds County. When all areas prosper, your area will prosper.
Mm.
If we don't, and some of the districts we're in, they're creeping up on 66. But if we don't stop it, it's going to eventually come over into District 66. So we got to work together, and wherever there's a need, we have to, do it. Okay. Thank you. Look, I want to say Attorney Kings. Well, I'm sorry, Judge Kings.
Hey, Gimme.
Your Honor, he said, I like your work regarding expungements. I do. I have 2 expungement bills right now.
He working, y'all.
I am, and I'm gonna tell you what was brought to me. So, say for instance, if you go out there now, you get in your car, and you're gonna go drive over to the Big Apple Inn, and the police pull you over, and you just arrested for, they can just say whatever it is, and you're arrested. Mm-hmm. Okay, and you're acquitted, or they drop charges or don't file charges against you. Guess what? That's on your record. When you go apply for a job, that arrest is going to come up on your criminal record, even though there wasn't a conviction, and it can stop you from getting a job. So one of my bills for expungements is it's an automatic expungement anytime there's no conviction. And so if you're not convicted of anything, it will automatically fall off, because it should. We talk about you're innocent to proven guilty, but that's not saying that. If they're putting it on your record, if they found you innocent, why does it stand on your record? And what we're seeing happen, especially in the African-American community, we're running into people that can't afford to go pay $500 or $1,000 to an attorney to get an expungement, and you're furthering impoverishing them by doing that.
Wow.
So that's one of my expungement bills. The other one is, according to state statute, there's certain criteria that qualify for an expungement. And so when this other bill, it's not an automatic expungement, but what will happen is you can go to the court and apply for an expungement. And as long as you meet the criteria, your expungement will be done where you don't have to go through an attorney. And that'll save people money, because you think about it, we have people with a record, how do you expect a person to be able to be a contributing member of society if there's a record holding them back? And with an expungement, if this person is meeting the criteria of an expungement, why should they have to go pay an attorney $1,000? If they meet the criteria. Now, if they don't meet the criteria, I'm not saying give everybody expungement because they apply. I'm saying follow state code and do it based upon that way. Satara said, hey, y'all. She said, yes. Hi, Brittany Bowman. Oh, my God. Satara, please, don't give her the big head, Satara, please.
Sorry, I don't have my braids because he kept talking about me.
Oh,
So I'm going back. Don't you worry.
She got the dark and love. Look at the little bounce
Listen,
to it.
I'm going back. Don't worry.
That's
honey.
all right. That's some of the humidity. It's gonna be.
I know. Listen,
Uh,
Saturday I probably won't look like this come
you-
Monday.
you-
Dr. Thompson not gonna let me come back just say with my hair all over my head come
you-
Monday
You're
morning.
gonna be looking like the Powerpuff Girls. When they get- This Judge King just said he's working on a free expungement clinic in his courtroom.
Okay, so let us know what it is.
Well, if you let me finish talking now,
I
he
hate
said
to do this, y'all.
he said he will let us know when he gets the day finalized. See, that's what it's all about.
That's-
With leaders, that's what it's about. You have to do things that are going to help people. Judge King's going to say, you know what? I won my election. I'm the judge now. I'm not going to deal with it. But he's opening up his courtroom to help our community. And that's huge for him to do that. You know, that's somebody that, you know, that wants to serve. That's just, look, that made my day hearing that. Thank you so much, Judge Kings, because that's important. You will see like some of these things where people have minor misdemeanors that can easily be expunged, and they can't get them because they can't afford, you know, to go out and get an attorney. $500,000 is a lot of money when you don't have a job and you don't have an income coming in. So, all right. So let me get out the rabbit hole now. What you want to talk about now?
Let's talk about. Y'all, I can't see. Hold on. I got it.
You need my glasses.
Please don't pull those out.
Gentleman from Hines.
Speaker, where's Jason at? Tell Jason I said hello. He had one of the best parties ever in history. Tell him invite me back next year. I plan on coming.
I tell you, we do have to send a shout out to the Speaker of the House, Speaker Jason White. He's doing a phenomenal job. Just the energy, his leadership. He's approachable. And so shout out to Speaker White. Look, we appreciate you. You are doing an amazing job. And it was a good party. We had a good time at the house party on the first day of session.
Yes, that was very, very good.
It was.
So do you have any bereavement? You didn't give out your bereavement, and you said we were going to make certain that we extend our condolences to our families that were experiencing bereavement. Do you have any on the record today, sir?
Yeah, we do. We just all families that are out there, experiencing, grief and going through something, we just want to offer our condolences.
Okay.
Times are hard.
They are.
Losing people. So our thoughts and prayers are definitely, with y'all.
Well, I want to switch gears real quick. I want to talk about.
As Satara said, she is so ready for Saturday.
Girl, I'm gonna try to make it. Ain't looking too good right now, but I'm gonna try to push on through. Let's talk about the city of Jackson. I see there are a lot of candidates running for mayor. So tell me what you would like to see in the next mayor, because that would be somebody that you would have to work alongside. So what would you like to see in the next mayor? Oh, he got quiet. Okay, so this is what I'll do.
I'm trying to figure out where to unpack. I don't know where to start. You keep on. What would I like to see in the next mayor?
Yes.
I want to see somebody that wants to serve.
Okay, I can go with it.
I want to see somebody now.
Define serve.
So serving, I want to see somebody on the campaign trail now being proactive. Before
Define proactive.
I mean, you're taking leadership and you're taking charge right now. You're not saying what you're going to do when you become mayor. You need to start doing the work now. As a matter of fact, you should have been doing the work before you even got on the ballot. And so,
I'm not running for mayor. You have to talk to me like that.
well, I ain't talking about you, but your hands ain't you get a slam dunk. But you know what? I want somebody that's going to make sure that's putting the work in. That's important. In Jackson, we have so many things that we Satara said she coming to get you if you don't show up. But in Jackson, we have so many things, so many issues. We need somebody that really is going to understand government, understand how the budget process works. I've been hearing, and I'm not going to call names, but I've been hearing, several people running for mayor that have been promising, a lot of these really astronomical projects with huge price tags on them. But I want them to understand that, you have a limited budget.
You do.
I mean, you can't go to the mint and just print money when you become mayor. So I want to make sure that people understand the budgeting process. One thing, and this is why I'm saying that, if this tax bill passes and we're putting that 1.5% I talked about back into the city of Jackson, our actuaries have calculated that to be about $4.5 million a year that will come back into the city of Jackson. And so we need somebody that understands the budgeting process and is going to allocate those resources where they need to be. First place that it needs to go to Jackson Police Department. When we look at our precincts need to be remodeled. We are at a very we're short-staffed across the board. And so that's what I need, somebody that's going to come in there and take care of the basics. All this fancy stuff that people want to build, and amusement park or whatever it is out there, we don't need that right now. I mean, we need to make sure our roads are fixed. So you want to tear your car up trying to get to the amusement park.
Yeah,
We
that's
want to
cool.
make sure that we have safe, clean drinking water, which I will say Jackson Water is doing an amazing job. When we look at the outages and things from this cold weather, they were minimal.
True.
This time when we had Arctic blast years ago, the whole water system shut down. You know, the whole water system shut down. You had people out, tanker trucks. Jeffrey Hullum from down on the coast, Representative Jeffrey Hullum, he sent an 18-wheeler full of water up here to the people in Jackson. It was like a third world country. And so we have to, because what's going to happen, the water system is currently under conservatorship until 2027. I'm probably wrong on the year. But after that, we have to decide, is the water system going to go back to the city? Is it going to stay with a third party? And so these are big things, you know, that we have to deal with. We got to make sure we have the right leader that's in charge. You know, we have to, in order for government to work, the city has to work with the county has to work with the city. We got to work with the state we have to work with the federal government. That's the only way that it will work. And we have to have people, you know, that's willing to work with us and go in and get the job done. So I'm watching that race very closely. You know, getting involved in the race, you know, it's important that, you know, we have someone that we can work with, all elected officials. We got to have people, you know, that we can work with and go to and get things done, because, you know, we represent, you know, the same people. You know, our districts overlap. You know, as the mayor being the mayor of the city, his constituents or her constituents are going to be my constituents and other people's constituents. So, but whoever it is that wins, you know, as mayor as well as city council, I'm telling you, my commitment is to work with you, no matter what. We get so tied up into personal conflict in elected office that we hold grudges against people and each other, and we're not hurting ourselves, we're hurting our people when we do that. And so we got to learn how to respectfully disagree, but continue to do the work of the people. Because you'll see this everywhere. In every governing body, you have a lot of people that don't like each other, but they put their smiles on and they go to work and they work for the people and they get things done.
Okay, so I can receive what you stated in regards to that, but I do want to say we definitely need to stop.
Satarsa, I'm too loud. I'm sorry, Satarsa. You too loud, so I'm sorry.
He mad today. When he talk about something he love, he gonna get loud.
That's that passion. You know, that's
Yeah.
that passion. I mean, and the passion comes from, you know, when you're out here working and doing the work, you have a license to talk about it then. Now, if I wasn't doing the work, I wouldn't have no license to talk about it. But when you're out here doing the work, you want someone that's going to come in and work just as hard as you are, because if we're putting in the work together, that's going to give us a change that we need.
Well,
When we
my
go.
objection or opposition to it, I think there are too many people, honestly, in the race. And I think that we need to start, we need to start finding one candidate and supporting that person, not everyone jumping in the race just for name recognition or name ID, because it makes it very, very hard. And then you're splitting the votes, and we have runoffs, and all of that is definitely not needed. Find someone, I think it's 15 people, I'm told,
Yeah.
but it's only probably about 8 or 9 that's qualified. That's a lot. That's a lot of people to run for one seat. And I think, well, I know this as well. Come up with those who are running. Now, I'm not, expertise at this, but I think it's not rocket scientists either. Come up with you a plan of action that you're already executing, as Representative Nelson said. Don't talk about what you're going to do. Talk about what you're already doing. And listen, you don't have to bash other people to make yourself look well. When you do that, it says a lot about you. So in saying that, just run your race. If you're running for mayor, just talk about what you're going to do for the people. Prime example, we have a cleanup this weekend, and I'm challenging those who are running for elected office. This is your time. Not only is this your time, it should have been your time to be out in your communities working and having a hands-on approach with the people that you're asking for your vote, because you're asking people to vote for you, but people don't know you until it's time for them to choose you. That's not right. You're shortchanging your people. If you want someone to respect you and to love you and admire you and have confidence in you, be all around. And I'm not getting it. I don't think I have even have you seen anyone out?
I haven't. I haven't.
I hadn't seen many out. I mean, I've
Yeah.
seen a couple candidates, but not that many.
And and I don't know if maybe people are saying we're going to wait until after the qualifying deadline. But thing is, when you put your name on a piece of paper, when I put my name on a piece of paper running for office, I was out the same day. I said, I'm not waiting. I'm going to go ahead. The work starts right now. It doesn't start after qualification ends. The work needs to start now. People need to see you, get to know who you are, get to know your plan. And it's, running for office, it's about more than just, going to the church and talking to people at church. I mean, it's more.
And more than the fish fry, because the fish fry folks, they don't vote, y'all. They like me, they go eat and they ain't casting, they don't vote for you.
I'm gonna tell you, they gonna come, they gonna eat all your fish up. You can go, they don't clean the whole fishing pond out. They gonna eat.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm voting, but you got my vote. And you let results come in, and you have one vote, and you be like, "How I get one vote? And I have 500 people at my fish fry." But that's true. It's all about because the thing is, people are smart. People recognize game.
They do.
This is a game that people have been doing for so long. You go to the church, stand in the church, please vote for me. Honestly, when you go in the church and you're a candidate and you're running for office, people really tune you out because they're tired. People just, I don't want to hear what he or she got to say. I want to get back to where I came here to get the word. And so if you're going to a church, when people see you, they should already know who you are and know you're running, and they should know about you. That's not where you go to introduce yourself. So that's a mistake that that people make.
And then once you win, come back out to your communities. I see it so often. Representative Nelson has helped individuals. Of course, I dare not name, but you don't need to send someone or send somebody a card to say thank you, or a text message to say I appreciate you. I've learned people don't have to be nice to you. People don't have to be kind to you. This world owes you absolutely nothing. So when somebody is extending a kind gesture to you, whether you succeed or you don't, the kind gesture was extended. Hey, Representative, I can't pay you back, but I just want to let you know I thank you. I appreciate you. My son does it all the time to Fabian. And I have to tell my son, hey, don't, I already told him thank you. And it's etched in him because I told him that when people are kind, you reach back. And Fabian continuously gives to him just because he said, Brittany, he's a child and he's reciprocating at an early age. So we have to do a better job at that as well. I'm just noticing how people win offices or some that don't. You just disappear, but the whole time you're campaigning, you're saying, I want to serve, I want to serve, I want to serve. You don't win, you go ghost. You stop answering the phone, text, calls, whatever it may be, and you just go ghost. That's not public service.
No, it's not.
That's self-servitude.
I didn't win my first election. When I ran the first time, I had 33 votes. And I could have very easily have said, I'm mad at the world, I'm mad at the community, I'm not going to go out, I'm not going to fool with y'all didn't vote for me. What I do, I kept on serving and I kept on working. That made me work even harder because I saw what I needed to do to get across the finish line the next time. And so sometimes, God is testing you. He's going to test you to see how bad do you want it. Are you going to give up on it, or are you going to go try again? If you try again, are you going to put the work in? You got to work around here if you want to win an election. And we have so many people that are not working, and it's showing when the people go to the polls. As we got some people that run for 5-6% every time of the election. You can count on the name being on the ballot, and they still haven't won the election because people see through that. They see the game. It's no way in the world that you are qualified for 5 different offices. I mean, you can't say, oh, I want to be tax assessor. Oh, I want to be a supervisor today. Oh, you know what? It's a city council seat over. I want to be that. Oh, I want to go be Secretary of State. I mean, it doesn't work like that. You have to find out where your passion is and where you're going to be able to serve accordingly. And if you can't win that seat, then you just, you need to, keep trying. Ms. Carr, our Chancery Clerk.
Eddie Jean Carr. DJ Finesse mom.
She told me because I, was on her show, and I think she said it took her 4 times. It was either 3 or 4 times. She ran for the same position, and she eventually won that position. And she's doing an amazing job. She's been there for a long time doing an amazing job. But you can't, because when you start playing hopscotch, all these different offices, people are like, that person isn't serious. Because I got slack when the second time I was running, it was a lady went on Facebook. I can't remember who she was. And she put, I'm tired. He runs for everything. Every time it's an election. I had to correct her. I said, lady, I'm running for the same seat I ran for 3 years ago in the special election. So it's not, I'm just running for a seat because it's a vacancy and I'm seeing an opportunity. But when I got her straight on that, she got quiet. But people are tired of that. One day I want to be the mayor. I want to be the governor tomorrow. It doesn't work like that. You know, those are people that are opportunists, and they see an opportunity and they think they're going to come and pull the wool over people's eyes and get in these seats, and you get in there and you don't do anything for the people, and we end right back up at square one. And so I want to just tell all the people, our constituents out there, thank y'all for properly vetting candidates and seeing through all of the smoke and seeing through the mirage. But I'm excited about these municipal elections. I know that we are going to get good people in office. We have some good people that are in office right now that will be going back in office again. And so I'm very excited. I'm excited about January 31 so that we will know exactly, who's going to be running. There we go. Tara Patrick said, just like dogs circle around before laying down, finding a spot. Good point. But I've been talking to a lot of candidates, like in the city council races. I have a few of them on my radar. Down in Byram, I've been talking to a few people down there. One that I'm very, 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 very excited about that's running, and I'm not going to tell you who she is or what she's running for, but she's running for municipal election, and it's not running for mayor, so she's running. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what she's running for, but I'm very, very excited about her. And and after she announces, then of course she's going to be coming on here. But she has the energy. I've introduced her to a few people on my team, and everybody I introduced her to, they're floored. They're blown away by her and her passion. She just has the passion, like, the passion to lead. So I'm very, very excited.
Well, what I can say is this: if he gives you the playbook, your best option is to follow through, because he's talking with the right people in the right room to keep you through.
Yep.
So if anyone is coming to him for assistance, not just him, if you find somebody else that's out there that's reliable, that has actually won and ran an election, definitely, make certain that you keep those people in your corner, because they're going to help you get to where you need to be. And we were having a conversation before the show came on. It's insanity to keep hanging around the same people that you're not growing. That shows right there that something is not right with you. So in this new year, do a lot of self-evaluations. If you were somewhere last year, you weren't happy where you were, and you're coming into a new year, try to change up. Say, let me try something different, and it may lead you all to a different path. Now, you may have to work a little bit harder. However, the reward will be much greater.
Yeah, that's true. And like you said, when I'm looking for somebody to support, I'm looking for good people with a good heart that wants to serve. I don't care about popularity. I don't care if nobody but your neighborhood, your next door neighbor knows you. I don't care about that. I care about a person with a good heart that wants to put in the work. Because when I started on this journey, nobody knew who I was.
No.
I mean, I've been in Jackson undergrad and been working here. I've been here for almost 20 years, but I just weren't really out like that. And so I had to really get out and really establish myself and credibility within the community. So I say that to say that it can be done. And so don't let that discourage you, because you say, well, I don't know. People don't know me. I mean, if you're a good person with a good heart and you want to serve people, I will do whatever I can to help get you across the finish line, because we need good people all across the board.
And not only serve, if you have a vision and you need some assistance, he would definitely be the right mentor to assist. I always shout out him and Dr. Brazil, from the education standpoint, because I know of him. When you find certain people that are good at what they do, you have to admire those people. So I definitely want to, say if anyone that is interested in politics or, real estate, he's the perfect person. Just gotta have some tough skin, because he gonna say some stuff, but he'll get you where you need to be.
I'm saying some stuff you're gonna fall out with me and all that, but that's fine. I don't care.
You gonna put him on block, because his mouth is awful.
I gotta push the limits. You gotta push the limits and make sure we get where you need to be. But definitely I love working with people. I guess you just opened the doors of the church, didn't you?
Now we got two more announcements. So talk about the cleanup, James. This time you talk about the cleanup for Saturday.
Saturday, 25. What's the slogan? What's the slogan for it?
You should know it. Pull up your phone. You have all of these bills that you know. But
and
you can't
add to amend section 99-39. I'm gonna read this bill while we only.
I can't remember.
Keeping the dream, keeping South Jackson clean, and being a part of the dream.
You all, I bet that is not what it is. Hold on, no, it's not. James, what are you doing with the cleanup?
Honoring the dream by being clean.
He just made his own. You all.
Ms. Hudson, go ahead and tell us what's going on.
It's living the dream and keeping South Jackson clean.
That's what I said.
No, that's not what you said.
Okay, I'm not
Mr. Hudson, tell about your participation on Saturday.
Oh, well, we're going out with the dump trailer and basically just shoot it, haul away any trash or debris that's on certain streets.
So tired, no. Yeah. So coming out with the dump trailer. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna come out with a dump trailer and, have it available for any trash or debris.
So the time of the event, you all, is 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Our meeting location is Crossroads MB Church, 325 McDowell Road, Jackson, Mississippi. By now, everyone should have signed up with the QR code. If you have not, just come out, bring your work. Make sure you dress appropriate to work. Because if you're not, Representative Nelson will call you out, and he loves to Facebook Live and take pictures and send it and say, "Hey, this person wasn't working." So make sure you come, ladies. If you're coming, be like me. Don't wrap your hair up early Saturday morning, and be ready to work from 9 to 2. You still providing food?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. So he's providing food.
I got to get a head count though. Satar say, "Oh my God, y'all messing up my slogan." That's Brendo who messed your slogan up, not me. But yeah, I need a head count. But yeah, we're gonna make sure.
So he's gonna look at him.
No, we're not going to be having Big Apple Inn down at Brendo. Okay, so y'all not going. It's not going to be a smorgasbord where you're gonna come and eat like at the fellowship hall. I mean, it's gonna be some snacks, but there'll be something to fill you up. So, just want to put that out
yes,
there.
you are. All jokes aside, definitely come out and help us clean up this.
We've had about 30 people, volunteers have signed up.
Whoop! We can go out there and show out you all. So definitely, again, make certain that you come out, participate. This is our first initiative, James, nor Mr. Hobson. Fabian said, be correct when I'm speaking with people. So Mr. Hobson and Representative Nelson got together and say, hey, what can we do for Jackson? So this is our first project kicking off for the new year. Not certain when our next one will be, probably the next month, because Fabian is adamant about getting Jackson clean and getting everyone involved. So be out there on this Saturday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and we're going to make it do what it do on Saturday. Oh, don't forget. Please bring gently worn shoes. If you have any shoes that are gently worn, make certain that you bring those out on
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. And Satara said actually, AmeriCorps is going to be out there as well too.
Okay, good.
So she AmeriCorps volunteers. And so yeah, we're doing this initiative. Well, one of our listeners, Ms. Don, if you're listening, and you say that, hey, Fabian don't do anything in South Jackson. Hey, don't do anything for Jackson, all right? I mean, I'm just putting out what she said. So, Ms. Don, if you're listening, this is gonna counteract, what you said. And Ms. Don, you're more than welcome to come and join us as well too. And because we want all hands on deck. We want everybody to come out. Everybody that has something to say about what's not happening, come on out. Be a part of the solution because we need you. And we're gonna find a job. This is something for everybody to do out there. So don't feel like it's gonna be too much work for you to do, and you're not gonna be able to do it. Satara said log out right now. I got put in the corner, y'all. I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, so again, everyone come out and just bring gently worn shoes. I'm asking everyone if you can bring it out in a garbage bag to us or for us so that it can go toward my mentorship program, Friends of Jackson of Mississippi. We are helping those who are in need. So you got 5, 10 pair. Again, now don't let it be ripped, what you call it, ripped, leaning,
talking.
All of that. Make sure the shoes are usable so that we can.
And also want to send a shout out to Representative Bo Brown. He donated some shoes.
Okay, thank you, Representative Brown.
Representative Brown made sure I wouldn't leave that capital without getting them. She said, let me go on down there. So thank you so much, Representative Brown, for donating. It means so much to us. So we really, really, really appreciate you.
Yes, and we have some highlights that'll be showing tomorrow. Fabian is sent out to the news station. So you have to see some people that you may know on the news between tomorrow and Saturday. Then they'll be out Saturday with some live coverage. So again, help us.
Oh, that's why you got your hair done. Okay.
Oh, God.
I was wondering why. That's explaining, y'all. Their hair just been bouncing all day. Look at it. Make it bounce. Make it bounce.
Can you all find him a church? He's not attending church at the moment. So are you looking for a new church home?
I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm still at my church. Y'all have had me all over everywhere, all over the district. But yeah, I'm coming home soon, y'all. When Ms. Bowman start running me all over the creation.
Okay. Well, we have another project you all lined up for tonight, and we'll see you good people on Saturday.
On Saturday, and Satara said it's silk press season.
We'll see you all on Saturday at 9 a.m. from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Bring your shoes and also come ready to work. Representative Nelson, he's going to feed you, and then we'll see you all back next Thursday.
And please don't come real hungry. You're thinking there's gonna be a full course meal. Because if we tell you gonna be something that gonna hold you over, we're gonna put some on your stomach. But yeah, definitely. Please come out. It's very much needed in our community.
We got a call, right? We about to get out.
And we have a caller. Sorry, I guess we'll have to catch you next week, caller. So caller. Call back in next week because Handy says it's time to go. All right. Take us away, Handy.
Okay, well, we're good, Handy. We'll see everyone back on next Thursday, 6 o'clock.
All right. Y'all have a good weekend. We'll see y'all soon. We know Handy to take us out. All right, D, I love. That's what I'm talking about. Hold on a second, Celia. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all later. Thank y'all so much. Miss Briley, actually, Yazoo Day at the Capitol was today, but so we had Yazoo Day at the Capitol today. All right, see y'all later. Have a good night.